A really good song is God's Whisper, and I was just blasting it just now. I am so excited for tonight, everybody. But welcome. If you're here at 6:40, I have a little special pre-show for you. I'll wait until 6:41 to get things started, but here we go. I hear God's whisper. Let's see if I can sneak that into tonight's episode 27 of D&Me Adventures. Calling my neighbor, wishing my neighbor. Yeah, all right. So, yesterday I did D and Artistry, which was my first time art streaming, which is very exciting. And then I'm going to show you what we were doing. So this is gonna be all the boys, but this is like at 6:40. I will start this as the streaming starts soon or whatever. So I want to just edit it really quickly to make more of it good. Because it's really great, and as soon as I finished doing the art, I was like, oh man, like finishing the stream last night, I was like, I want to keep doing this for hours, which is a very good sign. Okay, let's get in there. Okay, I think that's about it. So I want to honor what we did, but also, okay. So how do I do that? Calling my neighbor, outer glow, maybe. Let's do a little bit of outer glow. Kick things up. But make a big spread. Yeah, that's good. And then throw Tipsy on top of everything. Okay, these are these all my Tipsies? Oh wow, there's a lot of stream starts soon. So, no. Throw all those on top of... Oh, I guess I don't need that Tipsy. But on top of this, one more. Uh-oh. Okay, so we need to separate out the outline just for right now. And then layer via copy. Okay, no outer glow though. Pop. Yeah, there we go. Cool, perfect. Then I'm not even gonna, well, I say that, but I'm not even going to comment on that. That person driving big. Okay, good. How do I get rid of that then? Oh, okay. Okay. That. Great. Then I want to... Oh, interesting. Can I throw these up there too? Huh. Or would that be distracting? Yeah, let's not do that. But I like it. Okay. So then I wanted to also color in the pupils, but no. What was the other thing on my list? I guess I could color in the pupils, but I really want here in 15 minutes to write. Let me check my notes. Dink. I'm kidding. Okay. This pre-show placard was made live on D&M Artistry. Oh boy. Why is this a thing? Oh. It's all the way tucked back there. This. Let's not do my handwriting. I love it, but excuse you. This pre-show placard. Is that how you spell placard? Was made live on D&M Artistry February 15th. No. Yeah, right? Oh, whoops. Was drawn live? Yeah. And then let's give them a little bit more space. But it's very big, so let's shrink it down a little bit. This... Oh, I wanted to blur that all out. This in progress pre-show placard. In progress. Was drawn live on Twitch. Tuesday. Okay, well that's still a lot of space between. You're so funny. Okay. Was drawn live on Twitch. Was drawn live. Was drawn live in Tuesday's Twitch. Yeah, that's what it is. In Tuesday's Twitch. There we go. Yeah, I want like a little informative thing so that if someone wants to tune in next week, will there be a D&M Artistry next week? Maybe. Maybe. Let's hope so. Okay. That's good. All right, 12 more minutes. Do. Let me check my calendar real quick to see if next week's Tuesday would be a good D&M Artistry, because I would like that. But I can only think. Come up with our text. Cool. Yeah. I'll say it right here, right now. Yes, next week there will be a D&M Artistry. In that case, check us out next Tuesday. Oh boy, I don't know. Another D&M Artistry. Okay, great. and then twitch.tv/DnMeAdventures. Hee hee hee. Fabulous. Then shoot. Then make that like 60. Oh, 69. Yes. Always 69. Great. 10 minutes left. I can do the peoples real quick. The outline, outer glow, 2562. That's not perfect. But what is perfect? That's my reference. Okay. Let's go in here real quick. My outline. And then draw it in with my 3. Great. Outline, check it. Good. And then these peoples. Let's see how well I did. Yeah, look at that. So I'll just color those in real quick. Nine minutes left. I don't need the counter, but look at them funky eyeballs. Tipsy, your eyes are in your eyes. I probably did something on another. Your eyes and I be in your eyes. In your eyes. Peter Gabriel, isn't it? Your eyes. It's about in your eyes. You know what? I think I done did everything I wanted to do. Let's throw outline back up there. Let's turn that back on. Let's turn that off. Excellent. Now to throw it up there. 20-minute lobby in progress. JPEG, save that. Okay. Then just save it. This pre-show placard, is that how you spell placard? Oh, I don't know. In progress. Was drawn live in Tuesday's Twitch, D&' Artistry, February 15, 2022. Check us out next Tuesday for another D&' Artistry, twitch.tv/DnMeAdventures. Great. I'm going to email that to myself and then pretend I'm not here for the next 7 minutes. Perfect. I wish I knew how to just send files instead of emailing it to myself and then checking my email on here. But alas, you learn something new every day, and I've already learned something new today. So here we go. Yes. 20-minute lobby. In progress. JPEG. Send. Great. Maybe if there's a Mac user, oh, that would be a good D&' research after the fact, huh? All right, if a Mac user knows how to send it, like, I don't know, Bluetooth or flip-flop or jiggy with it, I literally don't know. So, cool. And then I'll throw this up for the pre-show. Stick it here instead of that. Yeah, look at that. And then stretch this out just a hair. Well, you're probably not going to let me. Perfect. Cool. All right. Now I'm going to pretend that I'm not here for the next 6 minutes. Enjoy. It needs like music or something. Da 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 It's so much to tell you, so much you can be. Yeah, you remain the light on the dark side of me, and you remain the light on the face of myself. Did you know that when it snows, my eyes become lighter? The light that you shine can be seen. Baby, I compare you to a kiss on the road, on the grave. Ooh, the more than you can see, that's me, yeah. And now that your rose is in bloom, the light hits the moon on the grave. Victor forgot a whole thing that he wanted to do. There is so much can tell you, so much he can something. No one can prove that I'm actually singing this. It's something. You remain the light on the dark side of me. Did you know that when it snows, my eyes become lighter? The light that you shine can be seen. But Mike Wazowski, I compare you to a kiss on the rose by the grave. Ooh, the more than you can see, I'm say. And now that your rose is in bloom, the light hits the moon on the grave. This pre-show placard in progress, I don't know if that's how you spell placard, was drawn live in Tuesday's Twitch D& Artistry, February 15th, 2022. Check us out next Tuesday for another D& Artistry, twitch.tv/DnMeAdventures. Streaming starts soon or whatever. I've been kissed by the rose on the grave. I've been kissed by the rose on the grave. Did you know that when it snows, that it's kiss, the rose is on the gray, Grey, or AY, if you want to be a loser. I thought it was grave. I think everyone thinks it's grave, but I've been kissed by the rose on the gray. The times I'm kissed by the rose on the gray. Ooh, and almost I just said it's been shining room. Ooh, more than certain business came out of the way. Now that your rose is in bloom, the light hits the moon on the grave. Sipping out your piece of milk, somebody. Ooh, the mama said around, she I've been saying now that your rose is in bloom, and the light hits the moon on the grave. This pre-show placard in progress was drawn live in Tuesday's Twitch D& Artistry, February 15th, 2022. Check us out next Tuesday for another D&, Artistry at twitch.tv/DnMeAdventures and like gnome. Streaming starts soon or whatever. Let's all roll for our hobby. Let's all roll for our hobby. Let's all roll for our hobby to get ourselves a treat. Oh, I should actually record like a let's all roll for the hobby, like that tinny Big Rock Candy Mountain vinyl, like old time radio. That'd be good. If I could do that for 20 minutes, I don't know. I might do some more like special pre-show stuff. Oh, let's all go to the lobby. Oh, no, but it's actually, let's all roll for our hobby. Let's all roll for our hobby. Let's all roll for our hobby and get ourselves a treat.
Come, friend, now lend me an ear for a tale of Victor the Weird. He went on an adventure with he, him, and himself, and also his mighty fine beard. Now gather round, I'll tell you about this mighty beast. He may look as human, as mere as you, friend, but soon your eyes will feast upon this marvelous creature with many body parts. His one shirt may fool you, but what if I told you his chest had 4 red hearts? One mouth but 1,000 voices, one mind and limited choices. 2 handsome dice, 2 handsome dice. The audience rejoices. He's going to play D&D with him, himself, and he. Those are his pronouns, it's really profound. It's time for D&Me, featuring Victor and Victor and Victor, and Victor and Victor and Victor, and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor. One knows who knows how many repeats. So come and sit down in an empty seat. It's time for D&Me. 2 eyes, 4 cheeks, 2 souls on his feet, 2 hands for making and foes to defeat, 1 tongue, 2 lips through which to speak, but just one but.
Hello, everybody. I'm Victor Rivera, and welcome to D&Me, where I play with myself. I play D&D with myself, and welcome to episode 27. Hello, Angelito Guapo. Hola, ready for adventuring? Yes! The theme song is produced and performed by Bradley Owens. You can find them on at Instagram at Bradley Owens. That's Bread L-E-Y. And welcome! I'm so excited for tonight's episode. I have had an amazing week. I cleaned my whole ding-dang apartment. I am in a better space. New life is happening. So this is exciting. I'm so excited to be here with y'all. Thank you so much. Speaking of this past week, Monday, I had a D&Me Like the Drink Valentine's Night edition where DJ Love played the sexiest royalty-free music I could find online. So that was exciting. And then last night, I did my very first D&' Artistry, which is an art stream where I did some art. And what art did I do? I did this. This is a work in progress, but this pre-show placard in progress was drawn live in Tuesday's Twitch. D&' Artistry, February 15th, 2022. Check us out next Tuesday for another D&' Artistry at twitch.tv/DnMeAdventures and like gnome. That's right, I drew all that. And then we're coloring it in. Tipsy looks a little funky as the candy bar on the left, but we're going to do some more good stuff. And then as soon as I finished that D&' Artistry stream, I wanted to do it like for another hour. It was really fun. So check those out. They are both on YouTube and here on Twitch. So that's really exciting, and I'm really excited. I'll show you guys. So this. Let's all go. No. Let's all roll for our hobby. Let's all roll for our hobby. Let's all roll for our hobby and get ourselves a treat. I haven't figured out what the and get ourselves a treat bit is. Like, let's all roll for our hobby. That's very good. So, if you come up with something, let me know. But I have no D&' pre-show notes. Last week's episode was awesome. I was very tired, but it turned out great. I have no revisions. Let's get into it, baby. So, D&' Recap, episode 26, which was called Sheen. My boys met Sheen, who was in the Seven Masks Theater, and Princess Bonnie, who is a shapeshifter. Also, I'm going to make a D&' Recap for y'all so that all of this isn't just complete bonkers and nonsense. So I promise that is in the works. I promise it is in the works. I promise it is in the works. So Princess Bonnie, who is a shapeshifter waitress at the Yawning Portal, sent my boys to find 3 other doppelgangers. One is the easiest to find. He is an actor at the Seven Masks Theater, and his name is Sheen, who presents himself kind of like Sheen Con. Airy. I don't have a thing for that. But then after they defeated the Piglet, which was this giant school bus sized pig in the courtyard, then they went inside the Seven Masks Theater. Tipsy got Onyx a tusk while retrieving his magical automatic throwing knife. And then they went inside. I made some great references to my theatrical past. And then Sheen took them into his dressing room where the boys delivered the message that people from nowhere, which is the rival nation against anywhere, which is my doppelganger group, they I can close out of my screen sharing thing. Still new. But people from nowhere are coming here to Waterdeep to probably find and attack my doppelgangers from anywhere. So Bonnie asked my boys to deliver that message, and then while they were in Sheen's dressing room, they found out about his amazing shape-shifting ability. And then there was a fairy dragon who was invisible, who was following them. And yeah, so that's about it. And Sheen dismissed them so that he could take his pre-show nap, which, if you were interested, I take 2 on Wednesdays. My morning nap, and then like my early afternoon nap, because this is exhausting, as you've heard me say a couple times, over and over and over and over. So with that, my boys are exiting the theater. And then, do they want to do anything either near the stage? Yeah, as they're going back down the aisles of the audience, then Toot Toot is looking back at the actors working low stealth roll. And let's roll for it. 11, perception plus 3, so 14. Yeah, he can see some of them scramble around a little bit. He can see the actor with the big mascot head. The mascot head has like fabric dragging behind it, 2 circles of fabric, and then some things protruding out the front of it. And he goes, "Are you kidding me?" And then he gets whisked away by the other boys, Tipsy impatiently wanting to get out of the theater. And then they go outside to the front of the Seven Masks Theater. So I'll just let y'all look at that for a second. The Seven Masks Theater, which looks very much like Shakespeare's Globe, has the white plaster walls and the dark wooden supports. And not only is Seven Masks Theater spelled out in the papyrus font, which is kind of an inside joke in the graphic design community, but in front of it, on the facade, it has 7 different masks of 7 different facial expressions, and from the left to right, they get bigger. And this was a very good half hour of me photoshopping today. So, here, let me. Oh, my mic's not centered. There we go. Okay, so this will be the title card. Yep, that's it. That's it, baby. So they're out in front of the Seven Masks Theater, and there is a huge crowd. As soon as they get out through the 2 hallways with even more references, I do have a D&M revision, actually. Yeah. So Sheen said that he was Rosencrantz in a version of Hamlet, and he was like deformed with the thingy thing. Hamlet was actually a werepig. A werebore? Dang it! Let's see. It was in my notes, and then I was going through them today, and I was like, that's a deleted scene joke. A werebore. There we go. I was trying to think of any Hamlet reference. I'll come up with some. So they go out in the courtyard, and then there is a huge crowd. The remaining city guardsmen manage to drag the school bus-sized burrowing pig out of the ground, who has like a frozen gash on one side and whose face is kind of ripped up, whose back there's like this wound above one of the vertebrae, and there's people like 6 people deep, like surrounding, filling up this courtyard. And then with all the hubbub, then Tipsy, who's actually a little bit overwhelmed now, just darts off. Like making sure, because he has the skill set to lose the boys, like in the crowd, and he could just dart between legs and stuff, but he actually is making sure that they're following him. So they go to like the edge of the courtyard into like one of the alleyways in between buildings, and Tipsy, that's yesterday's thing. Sorry. I just want to check out one thing real quick, because I think I saw something on my desktop, and I wanted to make sure that it was all good. Let's all go to the lobby. Okay, great. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so Tipsy takes the boys into like an alley in between buildings, and he goes, okay, so we talked to one of the doppelgangers. We need to find 2 others who are better at hiding, who's not literally in plain sight. I'm just overwhelmed, guys. Honestly, like, that was a lot, and this is a lot, and he gestures over to the crowd, and Rock steps forward. Well, should we go to the other end of the alley where it is less acoustically assaulting? And then Tipsy, actually, that would be really great. Thank you, Rock. You're very welcome. So they go to the other side of the alley, and then you could see, like, Tipsy. Okay. And then Toot Toot steps forward. What seems to be troubling you, Tipsy, if you want to share? Yeah, I do. Onyx, I am sorry that I can't take the silver mantle. And then Onyx, who's still holding the piglet tusk in both hands, kind of looks up and doesn't say anything, but he's listening. I think it's only fair for you to see my reason. So, you 2 tall intellectuals, you may join us if you want. But, see, Onyx, Tipsy looks over at Onyx. These 2 have met them. So, I want it Can you just do this for me, please? And then Onyx. Let's roll for Onyx, huh? With a 3 insight plus 2. All right, with a 5 insight. Then Onyx is still chuffed that he looks up at the 2 tall intellectuals, and both of them are wearing the silver mantles still. And he looks over at Tipsy, and if he got a natural 1, then something would happen. But with a 5, then Tipsy did get Onyx this tusk. And Tipsy, let's roll for Tipsy also. Persuasion. Because I forget that's a thing. With a 17. Plus nothing because Tipsy doesn't have any charisma. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, Persuasion 17, then against a 5. Then Tipsy, with real earnest in his face, Onyx's, which is even less syllables than he would normally give. So with Onyx's attention, then Tipsy goes, "Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's go." So they head southward down to the castle ward, and Rock, as they're walking, then Tipsy's out in front, and there's a good swath of distance. What is that word? Swath? Swatch? There's a good amount of distance between Tipsy leading the pack and the other boys, and then Tipsy, who's kind of trudging along a little bit quickly because of his small legs, and so he's closer to the ground, so he's going a little bit faster, which tracks with all the dexterity modifications we're doing. So then you hear crunch, crunch, crunch of the snow is melting, so it's kind of just more ground, but Tipsy and then looks and then sees these faded black robes kind of swirl to Tipsy's left, and then Rock, the half-orc wizard, is there going, "Tipsy, hi. You are very quick. So I believe I know what this is in reference to, and I do want to tell you that me and Paige did some reading for the monster manual that Bonnie requested for us to either destroy or to just remove off the shelves. And so, yeah, I remember. We did spend a lot of hours, and then Tipsy goes, like, Tipsy's a little disheartened, but he has to do a joke. So Rock goes, no, everything is perfectly above board, and not, she was in the bed alone. And then Tipsy goes, "Wait, what?" "No, she was tired, and so I wanted to offer that, and then I slept it was a big overstuffed leather chair but my neck's still a little." It's okay. Hey, but you're good. I'm just pulling your very big orcish legs. Right. So, but the monster manual, we read it for the doppelgangers so that we will be educated, and then we also read half of the book, and then the very last entry we read was about lycanthropes. And then he looks down at Tipsy meaningfully, and then Tipsy goes, "Yeah, okay. What was that?" Were creatures. So one of the entries, besides Sheen being a were-boar, which tracks, one of them is a were-rat. So if you would like, I could tell you what me and Paige learned about were-rats. Especially one thing which I do think would help in this dilemma. Which will help in this dilemma and then perhaps hinder just a little bit. And then Tipsy, "Yeah, please tell me." And so then Rock bends down and then whispers. And then Tipsy goes, "Oh, okay. That does help. Thank you, Rock." And then also, oofa doofa. All right. Well, shit. Let's go get food first. And so they've magically arrived in front of the yawning portal, which I don't have a yawning portal. Oh, I have. Well, no, I don't. Not a yawning portal background. So we're just gonna see this Seven Masks because we're technically still outside the Seven Masks theater, so that still works. So they go inside, and then I'm reading my notes, excuse me. Here, hold on 2 seconds. Okay, so they find themselves outside of the yawning portal. And they go inside, and it is a... Is it like a Friday or something? Well, it's the day between holidays, because yesterday was Fay Day, Shane 19, and then tomorrow starts the pretty much 10-day week that is Fleet's Wake, which is a maritime celebration. So in between holidays, then it's average busy. There might be... No, it's a little less busy than normal because people will be celebrating this whole next 10 days. So they're taking today to rest off of the merriment and inebriation of yesterday's Fay Day. So they go inside, and then right when they enter, it's like, oh boy, what time is it? Toot Toot first came down here a couple days ago, well, a couple episodes ago, to sing Good Morning Waterdeep, and then went back up. So let's say it's like early afternoon. Let's say it's afternoon, like 3. Let's say it's 3 p.m. So then they enter, and then Tipsy just gravitates towards the table, and then you hear a Toot Toot. And then Toot Toot looks to his left, and there at the bar is Durnan, who is waving him forward. And then as Toot Toot walks towards Durnan, Rock and Onyx join Tipsy at a table, but Durnan turns away and then pours Toot Toot a big tankard and then sets it in front of him. And then he gestures with like a uninterested wrist and points over to one of the tables by the stage where there is this elegant looking sun elf who has like tan skin but sun bleached like beach hair that goes down, and then this another warm colored yellows and oranges and reds top and foofy bottoms, and Davil Starsong, who is one of the connections for the Black Network or the Xantirum, is facing kind of towards one of the other corners of the Troll Skull Tavern, but turns around towards Toot Toot and Durnan at the bar, and then gives like a fancy, like way too prim and like full of himself, like backwards wave. And then Durnan, he bought that, and then slides the large tankard, like topped with frothy beer, over to Toot Toot, and Toot Toot goes, "Ah, yes, he did say he would buy me my next drink here. Fabulous." Durnan, and then Toot Toot leans forward, and Durnan, who hates small talk, just squints his eyes. "Durnan, what do you think of Davil Starsong?" And then with that, would it be a persuasion also? Yeah, let's do a persuasion for Toot Toot. I'm thinking at disadvantage because Durnan, in the book, it literally says Durnan would rather give you a free beer instead of small talk. But no, I'll just do a regular because he has to endure some small talk as a bartender. An 18 plus 8, a 26. So Durnan, he pays his tab. He's always at like his table over there. As a bartender, I can't be too picky about my people. Like, if anyone's causing a whole bunch of ruckus, then I kick him out. But I know he's up to bad stuff, but he hasn't done anything like blatant. So he stays. He's kind of a good customer. So, and then Toot Toot. Yes. The most clever ones are often good, at least on paper. And then Durnan kind of half chuckles. Yes. How also is Bonnie? Is she doing okay? And then Durnan says, she's fine. And you are helping her, right? Yes, we are. Durnan, are you part of the Harpers? And he looks up, and with a 26, then Durnan. Yeah, I had to do something after retirement. You are retired? How old are you? Don't answer that. That is rude. But you do not look that old. I appreciate it, but yeah, I'm a retired adventurer. Whoa, amazing! And then you decided to stay here at the yachting portal and serve food and drink to thirsty adventurers, and you are literally the gatekeeper for the yawning portal. And then Toot Toot gestures. Meaty locks it on a hand over to the well, the 40-foot wide well that goes down and down and down. And then Durnan goes, "Yep. Are we done?" And then Toot Toot, yes, let me just grab this tankard. Thank you. And then he cautiously takes it apprehensively. Durnan, do you want this? No. I don't drink while I'm on the job. Poof. That makes one out of, let's see. Tipsy certainly does, or Onyx. I'll give it to one of them. So, thank you, Durnan. You are a good man. Beyond paper. And then Durnan. And then just turns around and starts tending to the bar. And then Toot Toot goes, "What a mysterious man of few words." And then he takes, like, it's a big tankard too. And then he takes it over to the to like a table where Tipsy is kind of just staring down, and then Onyx is staring at Tipsy, and then Rock is staring everywhere else because he feels very awkward. And then Toot Toot lumbers over and then saddles into a seat, and then Rock goes, "Oh, thank goodness. Oh, are we doing drinks?" And then Toot Toot goes, "I no. So there's a gentleman over there. Don't look." But there's a gentleman by the stage whose name is Devil Starsong, and he is a peculiar fellow, and I just want all of us to keep an eye out on him. But don't look at him right now. He's not one of the good guys. And then he makes eye contact with all three of them. We are the good guys. Yes? And then Tipsy goes, how about The Good Guys as a name? No, I think that's a movie with, it's a story with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. Or is that the other guys? Which one's The Good Guys? Is that with Russell Crowe? Good Guys movie. Oh, well, The Nice Guys. Well, then, is Good Guys not a movie? The Good Guys. Is Good Guys not a movie? Oh, no. Oh, okay. It was a TV show with Bradley. Oh, boy. Come on. Bradley Whitford? Good Guys. It's a little on the nose. Okay, well, both Google and IMDb is not really cooperating right now, so I don't know. Future Victor will write that down for consideration, but we are the good guys. So do either of you, and then Toot Toot very unhelpfully slides this tankard to the middle in between Tipsy and Onyx. And then Tipsy looks down at, well, kind of has to look up at the very big Loxodon-sized tankard. And then he goes, Onyx, if you want it. And then a hand grabs it, starts drinking it, and Tipsy goes, yeah, you're welcome. Shit. Is Bonnie here? And then he kind of looks up and, is Bonnie here? She worked like a double yesterday. Evens, yes. Odd, no. Let's go with a keyleth die. Even, yes. Odd, no's. 14 is even, yes. So she is here. And then after like 5 minutes, then she comes out like from the swinging doors from the kitchen, and then she walks out and sees that she has a new table. But as she approaches, then her face lights up, and then she like has a brisk pace coming up to the table. Hello, how is everyone? And then after like 2 seconds of Tipsy, and then Onyx finishing, and then he Bonnie says and then looks over at Rock and Toot Toot and Toot Toot. Bonnie, let me tell you, it's been a week or a day or 10 day. But we did talk to Sheen, and they received the message, so all's good on that front. And then Bonnie goes, okay, good, thank you. I would want to, but I am unable to right now. Oh yeah, we totally get it. And then Tipsy pipes up, hey, Bonnie, can you get us some food? I need a lot of food to go, like a lot of food. Were you the one I ordered the Thanksgiving meal from? It's been a while, I don't remember. I think so, yes. Okay, can we do something like that, but whatever's like the special today and stuff? And then Bonnie kind of looks sadly over at Tipsy. Yeah, I got you. Thanks. Thank you. And then Tipsy, not really reading the room, he takes out Waddles and is just kind of holding Waddles close to his face as his face is like kind of on the table, downtrodden. And then Bonnie goes, Waddles is a good rat, so it's okay. Just don't let Turnin see him, okay? What? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then Bonnie just turns over to like Rock and Toot Toot. Can I get anyone else anything? More beer, please. Okay, I will get you more beer. Onyx, you too. And then Rock will... They'll have, I guess, lunch here, like a late lunch. Yeah. So they order some food and some drinks, and then when Bonnie comes back with a big old package, Future Victor, make numbers happen. Make them pay for it. When Bonnie comes back with like a big wrapped parcel filled with hot food for Tipsy, and then a couple more rounds for Onyx, and like a glass of wine for Rock, and like a small sandwich, and then Toot Toot. Toot Toot will look back, will steal a glance over at Davil Star Song. I'll make that investigation, because can't have everything be perception. With an 8 and a plus a 2, then he looks over and like, he doesn't want to turn his head too much to make it look like he's looking. And then with a 10, then he could kind of see Davil's profile. Like, so he's not like staring up at the stage, but he's not also looking over in this direction, obviously. So Tutu's like, damn. Like, technically he did buy me the drink, and then, oh no, I put the drink on the table, and then my alcoholic friends took it and drank it. So that all washes out, right? And then Rock, did you need to say that out loud? Not particularly. But that's fair, right? Well, he bought it. You told me that you didn't really want him to. So he went against your wishes to purchase you the drink. Is that correct? Yes. Well, in my book, then I would say that you he owes you because you took the drink that you didn't want. So you did him a kindness, and he went against your wishes. So I say that he owes you. Please don't say that out loud, okay? I don't want, like, a favor. We already have a favor from the Fae. We have a favor, which I love the wordplay, but I don't love the responsibility. That is a lot. I completely understand. I'm spitting all over my mic. Oh, boy. I'm just excited to be here, y'all. Sorry. So... Yum, 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 yum. And then Toot Toot will then order, like, just a glass of water and a sandwich, or like a chicken and dumpling dish. Ooh, that sounds fucking good. Damn it, Victor, you handsome bastard. So they lots of we're here 27 episodes into D&Me Adventures, and a lot of things are either coming to fruition or like a lot of seeds are being planted. So and I'm excited because, you know what, I'll just keep going. Okay, this is great. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for being here. So Tipsy, after their late lunch, Tipsy pays the amount that he needs to pay for the food, and he takes the big parcel and goes towards the door. And then Onyx, who is kind of, he's stoic as always, but he's swaying just a little bit because he, more emotionally than he would perhaps let on or admit, then his feelings were hurt, so he drank a whole bunch for this late lunch. And then Rock swishes out from his seat, and then is in between, like, the door where Onyx and Tipsy left, and then waiting for Toot Toot to get up from the table. And then Toot Toot is, like, getting off the table, and then he feels a hand on his shoulder, and then he looks up, and then this light turquoise hand leading up to a familiar half-orc who's not Rock, but Yagra Stonefist, who is Dabble Starsong's like bodyguard, who they rescued in the first episode. And she's been around the Yawning Port a little bit. So Tutu goes, oh, hello, Yagra. Hello, how may I help you? Hi, I just wanted to... Devil Star Song wants to meet you outside for a special request. And then Tutu, God, no. Gods, no. Yagra, we are on a quest right now. And then he feels the hands tighten on his shoulder. I'm afraid request was a generous word. He wants to see you out in the alley. And then Tutu, ow. And then with this, he will definitely look over at Dabble Starsong, who, as Toot Toot's head turns, then Dabble's turns with just a smug look of, like, there's an air of just, I'm better than you to Dabble, and I hate it. But then Toot Toot, fine. In the alley, you say? Yes. If you could follow me, and he requests, he would like you to show up alone. And then Toot Toot, oh, gods. And then Rock, who's looking on concerned. Toot Toot kind of holds up his hand of, it's all right. Then as Toot Toot is being led to another door that's not the front entrance, then he says to Rock, just wait outside. I hopefully will be right back, okay? And then Rock gives a understanding nod and then joins Onyx and Tipsy outside, but slowly. And then Yagra leads Toot Toot almost to the swinging doors of the kitchen, but in like this thinner hallway that Toot Toot didn't notice really before. Like the layout of the yawning portal, I could make a whole blueprint, but it's when you enter the yawning portal, 90% of it is like to the right and deep into the building. The 10% is on the left, and it's the bar that Durnan always tends, and there are giant barrels behind him. And then at the end of the bar, there's kind of like a winding staircase that goes up to the second and third floor, which have balconies overlooking the grand atrium. But on the other side of the bar also is the swinging doors into the kitchen, and then this like narrow hallway, and Toot Toot is being led through there. Okay. And then he walks for what you would think is the length of the building. And then, and it's poorly lit in here. And then they end, at like a T intersection at the end of the hallway. And then to the left is like this door that goes outside, and you can see some light spilling in through like a half window on the top. And then Toot Toot goes, okay, so this alley too. Oh. And then Yagra has her surprisingly strong hands like digging into Toot Toot's like right underneath his neck, but pinning his chest up against one of the walls. And then Yagra goes, what are you doing with Bonnie? And then cut to outside the yawning portal is Tipsy and Onyx and Rock. Rock just exited the yawning portal and is like, you know, when you're hanging out in front of a door and it's an entranceway, so a couple people go inside the yawning portal and then outside, and so then my boys move over to the side so that they're not blocking the way, and Rock is looking up and around and occasionally checking the door to see if Toot Toot comes out. And then Onyx is like swaying a little bit as he stands. And then Tipsy's like maybe 10 feet away, and just his whole demeanor is defeated, and he's holding Waddles still, and like he has his backpack on and he's like petting Waddles openly because we're out in the streets now, but he's petting Waddles and thinking about how he could have just stayed home and finished reading his dumb book. And then he has the pack of food also. And then Tipsy hears, why don't you just take it? And then Tipsy looks up, and then Onyx is kind of staring blurred-eyed at Tipsy. I told you, it might hurt the were-rat. The were-rat. It might hurt them. It's a mantle, all right? It's like clothes. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt anyone. No, like something about Silver. Rock knows. And then Tipsy points up at Rock, and then Victor's mind goes blank on why Silver hurts werewolves. But why does Silver hurt werewolves? So Rock goes, oh, well, oh, interesting. So Rock, oh, there's 12 reasons why Silver hurts werewolves. Thanks, geeknative.com. Here we go. So, Tipsy goes, I don't know, just, Rock. And then Rock goes, well, I actually read about this. So, in Western alchemy, there's connection between Silver and the moon. It is a mutual connection that allows what if it, okay, hold on a second. Oh, these are like RPG. Well, I mean, technically, fucking, it's all fictional, but I was reading it because the prompt was running an RPG with lycanthropes. Perhaps you want Silver to be the element that can harm werewolves. That would make sense, but why? What world building reason can you think up to explain Silver's ability? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you, Geek Native. Okay. Oh. Okay, interesting. I like that. So Rock goes, well, there's many schools of thought about this. One which werewolves were created on purpose and that their weakness to Silver was part of their design. That's one of the original werewolves. And then Silver is connected to the moon and gold to the sun. There is also the original werewolves might have been cursed by a moon or silver god. Silver highlight is photosynthesis, and so werewolves with silver in the body at night being with sun. Okay, so there's a couple of reasons. So, but more specifically to the point, werewolves have damage immunities, so they could not be harmed by normal weapons except anything that is silvered. So anything dipped in silver, anything coated in silver, that's one of the only things that can hurt werewolves. I don't know exactly scientifically why, but that is one of the things that I have learned. And then Onyx goes, well, that doesn't... Frustratedly, he buries his head in his hand and rubs his forehead. So you don't want it because it could hurt the were-rats, right? And then Tipsy, yeah, I want to show them respect. Well, then why do you carry around all those weapons? Huh? And then Tipsy looks down at the dagger and knows of his short sword in his backpack and his short bow and a bunch of other stuff. That's to defend myself. Yeah, well, what if I need to defend myself from the were-rats? Not these were-rats. These were-rats are good. They're just in very unfortunate circumstances. Okay. Rock's wearing his. I am wearing mine. And then he kind of moves his upper torso and it jingles. I am. And then he looks apologetically down at Tipsy, and Tipsy, that's fine. Like, you and Onyx and Toot Toot can wear your silver, but really I can't wear it. I've been thinking about it, and maybe like I could have like a scale in like my pocket and like have it like as a badge that I'm part of the team, but like I can't openly wear. I'm really conflicted here, Onyx. Just fine. Toot Toot's wearing his, and then Rock looks over at the door. Toot Toot is taking a little while. So Tipsy, this is indeed to go over to the web. Yes. Okay. Should I? What is the range of my message spell? It says Rock. Message 120 feet. So, ooh, Victor. How many feet? Butts. Let's see. Let's do a die roll to see what's 120 feet? What's this room? This room's like 2 of me long. No, that's not right. Let's say 15 feet. So, yeah, a couple of these rooms put together. I'll roll, but it's a pretty achievable DC in my head. 19! All right. So, Toot Toot. Well, Rock will go, oh, measurements. I wish I had a... Well, then he whips out his measuring quarterstaff and, like, buries one end of it into the ground, and they go, okay, so this is 6 feet, and then 6 feet, 120 feet, so there's 20 of these. Here we go. And then he points a finger and whispers a message towards where he thinks Toot Toot is. So he will point to where Toot Toot and Yagra were heading when Toot Toot went, no, it's fine. And then he will point over there and then whisper a message that only Toot Toot can hear. Is everything all right, Toot Toot? This is Rock, the half-orc wizard. And then let's roll to see if Toot Toot can either hear or respond. A 3! So he is within range, but he can't reply. So but not through magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, wood, lead, or 3 wood. Can follow not a straight line. Okay, so Toot Toot can reply in a whisper only Rock can hear. So, oh, interesting. So, all Rock hears is a help. And then with that, Rock, boys, we need to go. And then he goes towards the, oh, this is fascinating. I didn't think any of this would happen. He would, yeah, Rock, you could just see his robes flutter behind him as he heads towards the door, swings it open, then heads straight towards that hallway. And then Durnan, like, cleaning a glass, looks up. What? And then Onyx. Oh, boy. Oh, man. All right. A 1 to a 10. Onyx stays. An 11 through 20. Then Onyx charges in. Okay, so that's a 16. So Onyx, like, looks over with just disdain now at Tipsy, and then he huffs it into the yawning portal and charges, sees Rock flutter into a hallway, then charges, and then Tipsy comes in. All right. Hey, we're back! And then goes towards the hallway. Meanwhile, this vignette... You know what? No. I'm going to stop for an intermission because I've been drinking a lot today, so I'm well hydrated. I will be right back. Let's do a which reel should we see? Poppy, have a preference? There are 3 viewers right now. Well, hey everybody. Hello. Poppy, have a preference on which reel to see? I could just do let's song. No, but you need something to listen to. All right. Commercial. All right, here's my commercial reel. I'll be right back.
Hello. I'm the sandwich aficionado. I used to rap in college. I rapped about bread. They'd call me Two Slice. And some other things. A bacchanalia beef lust. The sweet sarcasm of maple bacon. The Kabyle stone Kaiser roll dusted in corn, not mutton bone, as was the custom in the 16th century.
Victor, I'm gonna have you go first. I'm gonna go around the table. I want you to keep it simple and big, clear. clear and concise, Victor. Would you like to get us started?
Absolutely. Nos autem fratris transfigurabe in RSA et AES et secure anti-information.
You guys are brilliant, and I love what you bring to the table.
Times change. Now you can set a budget and receive alerts about your progress. Times change. Now you can go online to schedule an appointment. Sweet time.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock!
Wait, for real? Cut. Sorry.
From the Atlanta Braves.
It's a baseball player. How can one baseball player do this to us? Why aren't you wearing any shoes? We have to get the punk who did this to us. Whoa!
So I got my buddy here. Yeah, there he is. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop! Oh, stop. My cash pop number today is 6.
Like, haha funny? You mean all pixelated, blurry, and cropped weird? Just email everybody and send them a new file. I'm gonna do a blacksmith workshop. This is now a hostile work environment. I'm gonna call HR. Hello, HR? Yeah, it's Rachel again. I voted for my producer because I like hot breakfasts and a crafty with fruit snacks. Decaf chocolate milk. We're gonna go inside and challenge some folks to play a new game called Flanks. If they win, I have to give them $20. But if they lose, I'm gonna drink their beer. Love it. Look at me. Look at me. Excellent. All right. If you are also out getting another drink or using the restroom, I will stall a little bit. But I love this show so much. I've just been, honestly, I've been exhausted the past week and then some. So I felt like episode 26, Sheen, and then D&Me, like the drink, were kind of low energy and really tired. And then I was like, wait a second. It's because one of my roommate moved out, and then I had another roommate move in, and then I cleaned out the whole apartment, and then I've been doing approximately 1,000 things. So I'm like, oh, no wonder. So when my apartment's finally cleaned, it is now finally cleaned, and things are settling down, and I have energy for this episode, which is amazing. I love this show. And also one of the reasons is because I learned after episode 11, Rat and Real Estate, which is my least favorite episode because I tried to make too many things happen in an episode. So I've learned from that the best scenes are ones that breathe. So what's happening right now is because the scene breathed, and I didn't think it would go like this, and this is very exciting for me. So that's enough stalling. Thank you so much for being here tonight. This is D&Me, where I play Dungeons and Dragons by myself. And if you don't really know what's going on, I will make D&M recaps. 5 episodes at a time, so episode 1 through 5, episodes 6 through 10. I am making those this week. I'm really gonna push towards making some. So good stuff is coming. So we cut back to Yagra pinning Toot Toot up against the wall and asking, "What are you doing with Bonnie?" Ow, Yagra, you were hurting me. And then the grip tightens, and then Toot Toot rises up the wall a little bit, and his feet are brushing up against the floor, and he's being pinned and lifted up the wall. Yagra is demonstrating some amazing strength. I will ask you just one last time, what are you doing with Bonnie? We are helping her. She's asking for our help. And then this slight in the air is Rock's message. Help. And that's Toot Toot's help reply. We are helping her. She's not what she seems. And then Yagra's grip tightens even more, and then
Toot Toot shoots up, like he's shocked because like he shoots up another 6 inches up against the wall, and it's this like very comic book panel pose of Yagra, who I don't remember, 6'5" or something, like this diagonal, this strong dynamic, and then Toot Toot being lifted and pinned up against the wall. Do you swear? And then Toot Toot, like, it, no, this is what we're gonna do. So Yagra's gonna roll insight to see if that is true. 4. She doesn't believe him. So, oh boy. What weapon did Yagra have? She was a thug, I think. But I think she just did fisticuffs in the first episode. But okay, even better. So, like she's holding Toot Toot up with one arm, and then from behind her, then you see a club like being drawn from her inventory, like behind her back, and then she's demonstrating it. Not good enough. And then she hears multiple footsteps coming down the hallway, and then she will okay. Even yes, odd no. Odd no. Okay, so that's a 9. I should make like a t-shirt or something that says even yes, odd no. But she will not do a thing. She will instead like drop Toot Toot, who slides down in like just complete surprise of someone being that strong to lift a Loxodon up against the wall. And then she kind of backs down the right end of the hallway with her club out, and like she is ready. She's in a stance of she's gonna kick some ass. So then Rock, Onyx, and Tipsy file in to the middle of the T intersection, and then look to see Toot Toot just gasped up against the wall, like heavily panting, and then Yagra just with a club displayed. And then she will roll intimidation against my boys to decide what action then provokes. Intimidation. Oh boy. Well, okay, she rolled a 2 with a +6. So, then ooh. Oh man. We're going into initiative with that. Which I'm gonna do something new for this. Dang, I didn't see this coming at all, baby. So, boy freaking howdy. Oh, interesting. All right. So, I wonder how to make that smoother. What was that? Oh, okay. I know exactly what that was. That was scary. Okay. And then... oh. Okay. I'm thinking... I had like 5 ideas tumble out of my head of how to make this more efficient for next time. But this is the first time, so that's why. Do 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 do. Skibidi-mini-mini. Skibidi-mini-mini. Boom, baby. We are I'm going to draw it out so that we can all experience. That's good. So, T intersection. Nope. T intersection. This is a doorway that leads out into the street beyond. Toot toot. I should have tokens. He looks like a little rat right now, boy. And then big ears. I should have done that in a new layer. Yeah, I definitely need tokens. I need a Photoshop document with my overhead tokens of my boys. And then just like a saved PSD. So, then rock. Toot toot. This is great. Photoshop has elevated D&Me. And then Onyx. And then Yagra. Man, I love narrative. So Tipsy would be over here. Tipsy. Onyx. You know what? Let's zoom everything. Let's make everything bigger. I can't transfer everything because it's everything. Okay. There we go. So let's make everything bigger. Because I don't need to make it small. I would make it small for me, but okay. So Tipsy Onyx would be here. Onyx. Not how you spell Onyx, Victor. And then Rock would be here. Boy, this isn't imaginative at all. Let's do some color real quick. So 10. Toot Toot is a lovely, like, brown elephant instead of like, oh, that's not really the brown that I wanted. Tipsy's more brown. Tipsy. Onyx is white, but let's do a red outline because blood is his now secondary color. Doop. And then guess what color purple is? Well, Victor. Rock. Cool. So then Yagra is light blue, as we've established. So she's like down here. Let's do a 3. Great. Well, that's Yagra. And then she has a big old club. And it looks like it's a tear, but Victor, you don't have to fill it in. Okay. Let's name that Yagra. Cool. So Rock, Onyx, and Tipsy all ran into here, and then everyone's rolling initiative, which I didn't. This was literally not. Okay, so it's too big already. Let's do 3. Okay. Boy, I also roll my dice to see who wants to play tonight. And so, like, the light blue one, the turquoise one, the teal, wanted to play. So that's amazing. So you are... and then who is... Let's do... Who's Rock? I guess Keyleth is more Rock. No, you're Rock. Okay. Roll them all at the same time. Okay, so Tipsy +3. Okay. So. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Cool. We got Tipsy rolled a 15. So 15 plus 3, that's 18. Tipsy rolled 18. God damn it. Tipsy rolled 18. Toot Toot rolled a 13 plus 3 initiative, so that's 16. Rock rolled a 13 but plus 2, so 15. And then Tipsy, whoops, I said the wrong thing. So Onyx rolled a 15 plus 0 initiative, so just 15. Whose dexterity is bigger, Onyx or Rock? Dexterity, Rock's bigger. Okay, so deep. And then Tipsy is 4 plus 3, that's 7. And then Yagro rolled something in there. But I won't tell you, because the dramatic irony. So, let's make that bigger so you can all read it. Toot Toot is up first. Apply. Toot Toot, his friends just came in. Then Toot Toot will try and diffuse the situation. Okay. His move will consist of 2 different parts. His first one will be an insight check against okay, I just wanted to organize my dice. His first move will be an insight check against Yagra. Well, okay, what would he do? Roll an insight check against Yagra because she was asking about Bonnie, and from this was a protective stance. So that's an 18 plus 3, 21. So he sees in her face, and what he read while he was up against the wall was genuine concern, and now it's her eyes are burning with purpose. Sincerely asking about Bonnie. And then, because this is fun and I never really get to do it, then his second part is he will turn to face. So he looked over at Yagra to figure that out, and then he'll turn to the rest of the boys, and like up against the larynx, that's where Yagra's like fist and then dug into it, so he can't really talk right now. So he's going to mime like this thing, and then we'll see how well he performs. He'll use performance to a 4 plus 8, 12. That's not good. That's not great. So then he checks out Yagra and then goes over to the boys and is miming just hectically, chaotically, and and then everyone else I don't. Toot Toot, you're a better actor than this. Come on. And he does not bring his point across. So Rock then, and also this is like after the Piglet encounter, so they've used some spells. But he will use Mage Armor against himself because he needs to learn, and that's a really good way to do it. So Mage Armor, now his armor class is Mage Armor, it makes it 15 instead of his 13. So that's how he will start, which was a very good move on his part. check, and then 15 armor class. So that's his action. Or is that a reaction? No, I think it's an action to do it. Because his reaction is shield. With that, and then does he have any bonus actions? No, not really. Then he will... oh boy, he doesn't have a lot. He could put on his Hat of Wizardry, which, what does that do again? Hat of Wizard. Oh, don't look at my... No, don't look at all this. Doop. Hat of Wizard. Does not require attunement. Can cast a cantrip you don't know. Well, he can't cast anything right now. So... because his action was doing mage armor against himself. So with that, he will move back to like this entranceway, just out of the way, and Toot's like flailing here, poorly miming, and then Onyx using his last rage because he's pretty drunk. Like, yeah, he's... Oh, man. Okay. So he will... Cool. He will just... He knows Tipsy is just right there standing next to him, and Onyx isn't great at talking about his feelings, so just sensing his presence and just, I don't even want to look at him. Like, you can see the veins bulge in his neck. Well, he has a big, thick beard, so you can see the veins on his forehead and then, like, down his biceps. And then he will... Also with this, then you can see, like, with the veins bulging, then you can hear a crackle of frost covering his shoulders and going down his arms as he will then attack Yagra. He'll just kind of like bounce off of this wall and attack. Oh boy. With his ice anchor, of course. He will actually... Before the attack... Oh, interesting. Okay, no, I won't pile it on because I was going to have Armor of Agathis and then do Reckless Attack, but I feel like Reckless Attack is... It's not a bonus action, but he doesn't want to do too many cool things. So with this kind of very Daredevil, I'm watching Daredevil before it leaves Netflix. So he's running down the hallway and then he jumps and then like puts one foot up against one wall and then come down. And it's a terrifying visage because now he has jagged bone armor coming down and he will roll to hit Yagra. That is a 10 plus 6, 16. What is Yagra's? I don't feel it's that good. Yagra was a thug, I believe. What was the thug build? I'll say it's like a 15 armor class. Well, okay, I need the thug ME. Oh, well, no, it's... Okay. This is really not how this episode I thought it was going to go, so that's amazing. Let's do... Okay. Thug, I believe, is in the back of the player's handbook. Thug, please. Thug. Oh, is it like NPCs and stuff? Oh, wait, where is NPCs? Oh, is it in the back of the player's handbook? Skeleton riding horse. Thug. I think it's in the back of the monster manual. Because I don't want to have too many like web things up. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing tonight? Let's see. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, I clicked on that thing. let's see. Okay, thug, NPCs at the end of the thing. Bandit, cult fanatic, spy. There's my thug. Okay. 11 armor class. Yeah, so that definitely hits. So that hits. Let's roll all the damage. 5d8. This is the most amount of papers I've had out because I've consolidated really well over the episodes. So 5d8. 7 plus balls. It went in, well, it went in my lap, so I didn't mean for it to be balls. Okay. Plus 7 plus 4 plus 7. Oh my gosh. Plus 2. And then all of that. This is Yagra's health. Because her health as a thug is 5d8 plus 10. So that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 37 altogether. Equals 37. So these are the little notes that I make in my pieces of paper. So 37, let's see how much crap gets beaten out. And then I consolidated this, so it's 2d6 plus 1d4. For Onyx's Ice Anchor, it's 2d6 plus 1d4 ice plus 6 altogether. So 2d6, 5 plus 6, that's 11, minus 11, minus 6, minus 2 for rage damage, equals, that's 8, that's 19, 37 minus 19. 37 minus 19 equals, if anyone wants to fill that in for me. Okay. Is that right? 19, yeah. Okay, so that'll be 18? Yeah. Did I do that right? Looks like it. So she has 18 now. And... right? 37 minus 19? That looks right. Okay, so 36 minus 20. No. What? Where did I get that from? No, but. Let me just write it down. Now I'm embarrassed. I'm telling a story. I don't need to. 36 minus 19. No. Yeah. Okay. I did it right. 18. So, I'll cut that 2 minutes out of the podcast. Onyx, Daredevil, Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox puts one foot up against one of the walls and then comes down and hits Yagra very hard. Like knocking her, like teetering backwards a little bit, like and Onyx is just there fuming, like you can see, you know, when you breathe outside and you can see your breath when it's cold. Well, he's kind of doing that, but his nostrils are so it's very bull-like right now, which is awesome. And then after Onyx's turn, then it's Yagra, because she rolled a 14. Throw her up on the board. 14. Okay. This is great story. Oh my goodness. So Yagra will then retaliate. She doesn't have a big old ice anchor that can do fucking almost 20 points of damage. So she will instead, she has multi-attack with her mace. The thug can make 2 melee attacks. Yep. That's all she can do, baby. Well, she can do other stuff, but that's what she wants to do. So, coming down on, like, Onyx coming down on her. Okay. Onyx using his ice anchor to hit Yagra, then she stumbles back a little bit, and then she almost like she cracks a smile, like she was pushed back, and and then she comes at Onyx with 2 mace attacks or club attacks. So that's a 13 plus 4 to hit. Onyx's new ice armor is only 15, so that does hit. That hits. And then we'll see if the second one hits before I roll damage. And a 2, no. So that'll be 2d6 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8. 8 points of damage to Onyx. Push that over there. Oh, wow. Cool. So 8 points of damage to Onyx. Look how efficient this is, y'all. I have a dry erase marker, so I marked off 8 hit points against Onyx. That's great. So she steps back a little bit, and then she comes up and swings, kind of following the momentum through Onyx. Oh, but he has his Armathur of Agathis up. So the first one connects, like, hits him across the face almost, like hits his jaw, and then his neck, and then he smiles from that position because during the follow through of the club and the mace, it like goes off, and then like a little spray of blood then crystallizes into like red snow and like coughs, following the trajectory of the blood of the mason club, and then retaliating off of that. Armor of Agathist is spectral frost cover, so that's plus 10 temporary hit points. Whoa! That's why you read your notes, folks. So instead of him getting 8 damage to his actual health, then he loses 8 temporary hit points. So he normally has 43 hit points, but because of Armor of Agathis, which was pretty slick on his part, then 10 temporary hit points gets taken down 8. So he has 2 temporary hit points, so he has 45 health, which is more health than he normally has. And then it's plus cold damage if hit with melee attack while having these points. So then, ooh boy, ouchie, hachi, machi. So I am now also realizing that I could have hidden this Yagra's health from y'all just in case I wanted to alter it, like behind the screen. So that's something also good to know. But it was easiest to do the math here. So this is all just me tweaking everything, baby. So that's 10 cold damage if hit with that melee attack. So that's another 10. So she's brought down to 8, which is almost like a fifth of her health. So is that right? 40, 6? What's, yeah, no. It's 40 times, 8 times 5 is 40. Right? Yes, it is. So, yeah, almost a fifth of her health. Whatever. So then the spray, the red snow kind of just like almost needles hits her, just her front, and then she like doubles over. So she now is like, she followed through on her swing. Oh no, even better. Here, hold on, let me do that again. So she follows through on her swing. Yeah, look at that, like a pivot. And then she will try and swing with her second melee attack because she has multi-attack, but because she got pelted with like these red icicles, which is like these red ice needles, then she like tries to swing back, but so she's here, and then she will pivot like that, but then she will miss. So with Onyx, who like kind of just instinctually steps back, and he like his neck corrects, and he scoffs over. That's very bad for her. And then Tipsy. Now it's Tipsy's turn, because she is a strong, proud warrior woman, so she will stand her ground and not run away. Tipsy. What will Tipsy do? Minor illusion, poison spray, chromatic orb, feather fall. Tipsy's also half health because the piglet was chomping at him. Okay, this is cool. Because Tipsy rarely does magic. So, let's do a magic. Fascinating. Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. Okay. So, Tipsy is looking at the situation so far. He will actually go into the middle of the hallway so he can see. Yagra's kind of bent over, like doubled over. So that's about, like, Onyx is blocking straight line of view. So Tipsy, concentration time. So let's see. Whoa, what was that? So Tipsy was here, so he will use his movement to, excuse me, toot toot, and toot toot, like walk around toot toot and toot toots, still kind of waving at him. And Tipsy goes, I don't know what you're saying. So then he goes over here, and then now he has a clear shot at Yagra. So he will go, you know what? I'm real sad, so let's fix this situation. And so he, from the newly bought package of food, then he gets into like the dessert pouch, and he pulls out a tiny tart and kind of crushes it, and then he also pulls from his backpack just like a feather and mushes them together, and then I can't think of a funny joke right now. So Tipsy goes, stop! And then just flings it at Yagra, who will now do a wisdom saving throw. Let's see what a thug's wisdom is. I bet you it's not going to be good. I bet you. Yeah, that's not a good number, folks. I can tell you straight up. What does she have to beat? Oh, is that on my other page? It sure is. Oh, it's right there. Oh, though. Okay, so she has a pretty good chance, because the number she has to beat right now is the spell save DC, which is the, oh, I read it in the player's handbook, difficulty class. So the DC, anything like a spell that needs to meet a DC, magic users have like this number that is their saving difficulty class. So for example, Tipsy has a 13 because he's not as magical as like Rock, who would probably have a higher difficulty class. They need to roll a 13 or higher in order to not be affected by, or be affected less by the spells. So the difficulty class of Tipsy, magic-wise, is 13. So that's not with a 7. So Yagra, Tipsy comes up and goes, here's what it is. So Tipsy comes up and goes, you know what, you blah, 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 blah. And then he's just pointing to like the dessert mush with the feather poking out of it in his hand, and he's closing his eyes and snapping and like pointing at it. And then Yagra looks over to this commotion, and then she looks over at Tipsy, and then looks over at Onyx, who's like right next to her, just breathing fire. This is ridiculous. And then she actually falls backwards. No, she falls backwards. Falling prone, and she is considered incapacitated and unable to stand. So she's just I will get you. Which does not sound good at all. So Tipsy used Tasha's hideous laughter to fell Yagra. So it is now the top of the order. Toot Toot. Toot Toot. What will Toot Toot do? What will Toot Toot do? I keep forgetting that Toot Toot has a reaction that's called Cutting Words, where he can spend some bardic inspiration to lessen something. Okay, cool. Yes, I like it. Great. Because this is a perfect use of it. So then Toot Toot, who was following Tipsy, going like he clears his throat because he finally gets his throat clear, and kind of shoves past Tipsy and then past Onyx to Yagra, who's on the ground, and he kind of reaches down to her, and then 221. I need a better system for these books also. 221. What is it? Okay. Nope. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So, with this, okay, great. So he reaches his hand down, and then he goes like clearing his hoarse throat. You got a friend in me, you got a you've got a friend in me. Okay, but a hoarse Toot Toot. You've got a friend in me, toot 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 toot. You got a friend in me. Come on, Yagra, let's talk this out. We don't have to continue this fighting bout. You gotta listen to what your pal Toot Toot says. You got a friend in me. And he will cast Charm Person. So Yagra, who already didn't make a very good wisdom saving throw, will make another one, but she has advantage because everyone's fighting her. So a 4 and then a 14. Okay, let's see what Toot Toot's DC is. Toot Toot's DC is 14. So if it meets it, it beats it. Yagra beat this Charm Person. So fun. So she's on the ground laughing, and then she, oh shit, I thought I was gonna do some, no, I'm still good. So she's on the ground like laughing, and then she goes, you think he's gonna talk it out? And then she points over at Onyx, and then Toot Toot looks over And then at Onyx, who's just the angriest eyes over at Toot Toot, and Toot Toot goes, you've got a good point. So that charm person didn't work. Fascinating. Fascinating. So that was a spell slot also marked off. Then it is Rock's turn, who's at the other side of the hallway. Rock will... He's probably going to do some magic. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Rock, would you... I'm going to roll something for Rock. Because that would be amazing if it works. I'm going to give it a kind of high DC. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, that is a natural 20. So, wow. I love this game. Then Rock. Amazing. Amazing. Great. He figures right now the best thing for him to do is... What a great game. Oh, Tipsy's thing is concentration. Oh, okay. So, Future Victor. And it's great whenever I do rewatch these. When I do rewatch these, then I'm doing solitaire with my dragon bicycle cards, and then I hear Future Victor, and then I perk up and I pay attention. So Future Victor, either make concentration spots on the limited resource sheet so I can fill that in, or get like a concentration object to have on their dice, because Tipsy's Sasha hideous laughter is concentration, and then what Rock will now do is concentration. So Rock, who rolled a natural 20, he sees this predicament. He sees his three friends looming, leering over this downed half-orc who is on the ground, and then he will go... let me read the specifics of this. Oh, wrong thing. Cool. Great. Then he will Rock from the end of the hallway goes, "Oh, Bonnie, hello." And he will cast Silent Image. And to justify that, with that natural 20, then yeah, he can see this, and really the only way he thinks to stop this a lot quicker than normal is to have one of the employees come in to interfere almost. So Bonnie now, not spectral, but an illusionary form of Bonnie who has strawberry blonde hair. Let's look. What's strawberry blonde? That's kind of strawberry blondish, right? I mean, not really, but short of Googling strawberry blondes, which Victor would like to do right now. But you know what? We're in the middle of a game right now. So, straight strawberry blonde hair. Bonnie will round the corner because Rock has like line of sight to at least there, and Yagra's line of sight is like, let's see, like that. So he does have like this perfect little pocket to make a to make a Bonnie enter into the hallway and then like turn and then really make it use an action to move to any spot. So yeah, I'll let like his movement and stuff. I will let Rock's, because what they're arguing is that when you cast Silent Image, then you use an action to move it. But I'm saying that he can cast it, and then with his movement, he can move it, because part of the illusion is if Bonnie just stayed right there, then it wouldn't do them any good. So she walks into the hallway, then turns, and then steps behind Tipsy. So then Yagra immediately, with this, make sure I mark it off. I don't think I did. I think, oh boy, I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did, so I'm marking it off now, because Rock spent 2 spells for the Piglet attack, and then he cast Mage Armor on himself, and then now he casts Silent Image. So he's concentrating also, Victor. So circle that concentration, and then circle Tipsy's concentration. That's a good way to do it. So he made a Bonnie come behind Tipsy, and then Bonnie's rather short as a petite human woman, female, in her human woman female form. So she can stand behind Tipsy, and then Silent Image is also 15 by 15 by 15 feet. So she well fits within that. And then Yagra, as soon as she sees Bonnie round the corner and walk up behind Tipsy, then Yagra like freezes, but the spell is making her laugh. So, but like she is really surprised to see Bonnie there, and then like really holding her breath, but it's still an inward chuckle, which is fascinating. But she has completely disengaged with Toot Toot and Tipsy, and Onyx is just staring right at Bonnie. And then now it's Onyx's turn, who Onyx wouldn't care. He just sees a downed foe and an easy target. Oh, he probably would hit her. Victor doesn't want it to happen, but he would probably hit her. Yep, he hits her. Well, she's prone, so that's advantage on the melee strike. Oh, boy. Boy, howdy. 17. All right, let's see if he rolls bigger. 3. Okay, well, 17. That's only 17 plus 6. So with a 23, Onyx, amazing. But he didn't need to do that. Well, Ice Anchor is again 1d6, 2d6 plus 2d6 of bludgeoning and piercing damage, plus 1d4 ice damage, plus 6, plus 2 for raging. So the modifiers already is the 8, but I like to roll. Oh, I didn't count the ice damage. No, I did. No, I didn't. So that 11 plus 6. Yeah, no, I didn't. So I just rolled, and that's a 3. So really 5. So what it was I rolled 2d6. Where did that 11 come from then? 6. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this 11 came from rolling 2d6s. I did not do the 1d4 of ice damage. So that's what I rolled here for that 3. And then that 6 comes from just the Ice Anchor's natural, it's a plus 6 weapon, which is amazing. And then the plus 2 if he's raging. Add plus 2 rage damage, only strength weapons. So 5. Let's do all this bullshit. 4, 5, that's 9, plus 3, plus 6, plus 8. That's 12. That's 18. That's 26. So, Yagra looking up at Bonnie, almost fearful, actually. Then Onyx sees this as a perfect opportunity. Executioner style, digs his ice anchor into the chest of Yagra, who technically, since her health at the beginning was 37 and she had 5 hit points left, so that 26, it's actually, she's at negative, what was that? Oh. She's at negative 21 right now. If she was at negative 37, she would be dead. So, only 16 more health, Onyx. You goober. So, with that, Onyx lets the weight of the ice anchor plunge deep into Yagra's chest. And then Yagra, with the last little laughs coming out, is downed, and then she falls backwards. She doesn't need her eyeline. She falls backwards, and like her eyes roll up in the back of her head. And then Toot Toot stop. Toot Toot, since they're technically out of combat, Toot Toot like waves at Onyx to stop, and Onyx is still with his hands on the ice anchor embedded in the half-orc that's on the ground. And then Toot Toot and Tipsy, well, we're out of initiative, but I still like having these. No. Let's put it there. How cool, huh? What a neat little trick. So, to show that to y'all again, normally in Photoshop, then when you like pivot a thing, it does it from a central point, but because of all these actions and stuff, if I move this center token over here to one of the corners, then he can pivot from that. So, it's brilliant. So, I will get out of this Photoshop here in a second, but for the visuals, both Toot Toot and Tipsy turn around to see Bonnie kind of just staring at Yagra, then making eye contact, kind of empty at Tipsy, and then not all the way up at Toot Toot, but like kind of like something's not right with Bonnie. And then you hear Rock from the end of the hallway, Is she looking at you? I have trouble with the eye contact. And then the eyes are kind of just drifting now. And then then Toot Toot. Oh, interesting. So then Toot Toot walks forward because here, I don't need this anymore. Boop. Look at me. I can get out of that. So Toot Toot walks forward, and both him and Tipsy are gonna investigate Bonnie. Which sounds bad, but they're both gonna roll investigation to see Bonnie. What they're mainly doing right now is like looking at her in disbelief, but it equates to an investigation roll that both of them are going to do to see if they see through the silent image spell. That's what I meant. So magic, go over to Rock. Silent image, they need to do investigation. So that is Toot Toot and Tipsy. That's a 3 and a 1. So Tipsy rolled a 3, and his investigation is a 2. So with a 5, then Tipsy goes, Bonnie, this isn't what it looks like. And then 222 rolled a 1 plus a 2 investigation. He's behind for a total of 3. He's behind Tipsy and goes, exactly. This is not what it looks like at all. This is, and then Rock on the other side of the hallway. This is my work. Hello. And then he waves, and then Bonnie waves, not making eye contact with either of them. And then, oh, you're getting good at this, Rock. Yes, I know. Thank you. That's my specialty. That's my chosen school of magic. That's my okay. That's not important right now. But so this is not. And then Toot like waves his hand through Bonnie, and then with that like through Bonnie's face, and then one of the eyes kind of just drifts as the hand passes through it, and then oh wow, that is unpleasant to look at. So you're not supposed to touch it. I touched it. I'm sorry, but this is not real Bonnie. But what Yagra was saying, oh boy, what Yagra was saying was she was asking what we were doing with Bonnie, and I didn't want to like I said that we were helping her, but then she didn't believe me. So then you all came to my rescue. I appreciated that. Thank you. I don't know what we should do right now. Yagra rolled 1 death saving throw. I don't know what to do right now. What should we do, gentlemen? Because she was asking about Bonnie. Like, do you think that she is? Cool. Okay. Do you think she's one of? Do you think? And then Toot's face hardens. Do you think she's one of the Mahouts? Do you think she's from nowhere? Do you think she's here to attack Bonnie? And then he looks down at the ground to Yagra's fallen form. And then, and then, sure enough, the light blue, the teal, the turquoise half-orc that we see splayed out on the ground, her form starts to morph and elongates and gains more muscle. And Onyx's ice anchor moves slightly down the hallway as this body stretches and puffs up, because now the light blue skin of the half-orc extends out and loses its color and grays. And what we see now lying on the floor is this massive woman, this Goliath form. So bald, rock gray, tough skin, very muscular, from Encanto, which is the newest Disney movie. Which one's the strength lifting one? The one that's just like a buff woman. We see a buff woman lying on the ground now, head to one side, revealing an Adam's apple, and then Tutu looks down with just this disdain and hatred. If we are at a low camera angle right now from Yagra's point of view, looking up, then we see Onyx to the right, and he's like, his brow is furrowed and he's huffing, but he did a job well done. And then you see Tutu to the left, towering 7'3" in the air, just with this malice dripping from his face. And then behind them, Tipsy, very small in the mid background, looking confused, like, ah! And then a silent image of Bonnie disapparating into the air. And then in the deepest background, then Rock. Oh my God. Rock in the background looking astonished as well. I'm going to make a very important roll right now. Okay. That is a 5. The number in my head was as long as it's not low. So 5 is, I would consider that a low number. So I've also learned if I want an outcome to happen, then if I like roll it 2 or 3 more times, then the dice would go, no, Victor, we've already decided that this is narrative. So I'm going to accept that 5. Because in D&Me, only a little bit do I want things to like actually happen outside of dice rolls. It's not fudging dice rolls, but I adjust the story to happen, but not in this case. So then Toot Toot staring down with hatred. He goes, does anybody have any rope? And then we're going to go through some inventory real quick to see if anyone has any rope. Oh, everyone. Okay, so yeah, Tipsy has rope. Oh, no, Onyx needs to have the rope. Yeah, and then both Onyx and Toot Toot are staring down at this lifeless form. And then Toot Toot, yeah, Toot Toot and Onyx are staring down at this lifeless form, and then Onyx he reaches behind him and then pulls out rope without breaking eye contact with Yagra's fallen form, and then hands it over to Toot Toot. And then Toot Toot goes, Onyx, I remember you telling me you were a sailor, so you know sailor's knots, is that correct? Yep. Would you care to help me with this endeavor? Yep. And so then they tie her up real good. And then as they are tying her up, then Onyx will do sleight of hand to do, well, no, he will do survival, because rope tying on a boat, that seems like survival, huh? Instead of sleight of hand. That's a great justification, Victor. Thanks, Victor. He rolled a 2. Okay, well, we tried. So 2 plus 4 with a 6, then kind of the same thing that happened at the Kenku warehouse. Then Onyx, this time trying to tie knots, is just, he's now, like, the adrenaline is leaving his system, so his fingers are fumbling over the rope a little bit. And then Toot Toot, his sleight of hand is better than his survival, so he will give me that. And then with a natural 1, then he's really, they're making a mess of the ropes behind Yagra. And then now frustrated, Toot Toot goes, can someone give her a healing potion so that at least she doesn't just die straight up? Straight up, now tell me, does anyone have any healing potions? Ow, ow, ow. Or are you just having fun over there, Rock and Tipsy? Whoa, you're the ones that killed her and is being all real mad at her and stuff. Everyone's really mad at everyone right now. Can we just, someone give her a healing potion? So, who has a healing potion? So let's roll if Rock or Tipsy will give a healing potion. Tipsy has no healing potion, so Tipsy goes, I don't have any healing potions. Rock, you need to give her the healing potion. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. And then he's fumbling with one of his healing potions that I will now mark off. He will go, oh, okay, here we go. And then stick it. Oh, I don't want to stick it in her mouth. And then, but as long as Onyx and Toot, you are at least holding her arms, right? I noticed that the rope is not necessarily knotted. It's not knotty. And then Toot is just put the thing in her mouth. I can't say that out loud. We're in a pumpkin place. Just do it. And so then Rock carefully uncorks it and then opens her mouth a little bit and then pours in a small healing potion, health potion. So that's a 2 plus a 2, 4 plus a 2, 6. Okay. So then she is brought from the brink of death because I was rolling death saving throws as they were figuring out what to do. So she rolled 1 success and then 2 failures. So that stopped it. At a 6, she's still passed out, but now and the residual form of Tasha's hideous laughter is still in her body. I don't know if it is canceled if they're unconscious, but I'll say just for flavor that she's still laughing just a little bit. And then Tutu goes, okay, so we need to question her now to see if she's a Mahout. We need to get one of the rooms here. Could one of you please go get a room from Durnan so that we could sneak her into... God, we have to go back out into the tap room to... Here, one of you... Someone check out what's down this hallway to see if there's another entrance or exit. You see what's down this hallway, and then he points to the right of the T intersection. Or do we go out into the alleyway to question her there? Because I'm thinking if we get a room, then we could at least maybe keep her in that room. This is going to sound bad again, but tie her to the bed so that she doesn't escape. I think neither Onyx or I could do knots real good because we are both quite upset. And then let's see. What is it? Rock. Okay, here we go. So Rock thinks it's a good idea to try and get a room. So he will actually go right down the hallway. And I still have my PDF up, my Photoshop up, so I'm going to... Rock will go down the hallway and then check that out. And then Tipsy thinks it's a better idea because he wanted to go to see the were-rats. So he's actually going to head left to the alley to check that out. So I'm going to do a little split screen action right now. Rock and then Tipsy. Both of them will roll perception. Tipsy will roll perception. Rock will roll investigation because those are the higher, better, cooler numbers. Okay, so Tipsy rolled a 16 plus an 8 for perception. That is 24. And then Rock rolled a 2 plus a 6, so an 8. So Rock is going down the hallway, and then it's dark down here, and there's a couple doors, but it's very poorly lit. They do not want people to snoop around back here, or this is it feels very employees only. So Rock is going through going, and then he keeps constantly looking back to the Toot and Onyx with Yagra, who is not stirring. But he's going and this doesn't feel very good. And then he kind of like hits a dead end, but there's only doors, and he doesn't want to make a lot of noise just in case there's someone in the doors, and so then he turns around and heads back. I couldn't find anything. And then Tipsy outside. Tipsy opens that door out into the hallway, and it's in between the yawning portal and like some of the other buildings. It's out into a little alleyway. There's like it is shaded back here because it's between tall, large buildings, so there's still a good amount of snow here. And there's like the fantasy equivalent of like a dumpster and a couple boxes and crates and barrels. And then Tipsy turns around. This is better. We need to take her out here so that they won't hear the screams. And then he's kind of sinking into the everyone's real upset at each other. So then Onyx and Toot Toot take Yagra's form, and it's a big old form. It's as big as Toot Toot, which I'm gonna say Toot Toot played with a Goliath in his game, and his name was Karamesh, and I think Karamesh was 7 foot tall, so I'm gonna say it's 7 foot tall. Well, Toot Toot can't tell actually because Yagra is horizontal, so they're dragging her out, and then I'll let them roll again for not tying. So that was survival and then sleight of hand. Well, that's somewhat better. Wow. Y'all, my voice is going, but this is an exciting episode. I'm going to go until 9:30 because I feel energized and this is a great episode, but I'm feeling it. So, as Onyx and Toot Toot, Onyx rolled an 8 plus 4, so 12 survival. That's better. And then a 6, Toot Toot rolled a 6 plus a 3 and a 9. So a 12 and a 9 for tying knots. Then they get a couple square knots going. And they're not pretty like sailor knots where it's real intricate and loop-de-loops over each other, and like you can hang 500 pounds off of this one knot or whatever. But they've messed up these ropes so good and just ended up tying the ropes to each other and then to other ropes. So she's going to have a hard time weaseling her arms out. And then Tipsy, seeing this opportunity, is going to check her pockets. That is very good. That is a 19 plus a 6, 25, which this is the 4th or 5th time, like, Tipsy's going through the pockets going, oh man, it looks like I'm groping her. That's not, we all understand that we're the good guys, right? Yes, we are the good, I understand, just check the pocket, and then, Tipsy with a 25, he finds a surprising amount of gold. Let's say 30 gold. Future Victor, write this down. 30 gold. A platinum. So this tiny little Girl Scout cookie looking coin that is pure, like more blue silver than regular silver, but it's platinum. And then Tipsy goes, whoa. He will roll stealth to pocket it. That is an 11 plus 9. That is a 20. Toot 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 only has a passive perception of 13, so Tipsy, whoa, and then he does the cool magic thing where he has it, and then it just disappears in his hand. And then Toot Toot goes, what? Nothing, I'm just checking. There's There's 10 gold, so Tipsy will roll deception. 8 plus 0 because he doesn't have any charisma. And then Toot Toot goes, that's bullshit. Tipsy goes, okay, there's 20 gold. And then he'll roll another deception with a 12, which still doesn't break Toot Toot's 13 perception. Tipsy, I am not in the mood. Okay, there's 30 gold, okay? Jeez. All right, fine. And so then Tipsy keeps picking pockets, and then finds like a couple pieces of parchment that are folded up, and then he hands those over to Toot Toot, and then Toot Toot, okay, and then he tears open. They were like sealed with wax, so he me at them, and then he opens them up, and then he's starting to read, and then Tipsy finds, ooh, this is the first opportunity to do this. As I'm reading the player's handbook, then there is a section where if you make a new character, then there is a trinket table. Where you can roll on this this random table with 100 things, and then your character gets that at the beginning of an episode. And I've never done that, and I've never seen it happen except for one sentence in a Critical Role episode of 2 campaigns. So trinkets, 160. So I'm going to roll a trinket to see what Tipsy finds. All right, we're going to roll a D100, which is a which is 1d10 and then 1d10 with extra zeros behind it. That is a 51. 51. Ooh, okay. So then Tipsy, searching through more pockets, he goes, okay, here's some more stuff. One. Whoa. He pulls out this, like he gingerly removes his hand from one of the pockets, and there's this giant beetle on it. This dead scarab beetle, the size of your hand, which I will say is a human hand instead of Tipsy's, because Tipsy's is small. So like this giant beetle comes out. Whoa. What is this? What does this even mean? I don't know. And so then Rock goes, ooh, can I please look at it? Yeah, man, here you go. And so then Tipsy hands off the scarab to the half-orc wizard, who is now the only half-orc in this situation. And then Rock is going, oh, well, there is actually huge mythological significance behind scarab beetles. They are perhaps protectors. Let's look up scarab beetles real quick for Egyptian mythology. Scarab beetle meaning. Was also called the dung beetle because of its practice of rolling a ball. Tipsy, no. Rolling a ball of dung across a symbol of immortality, resurrection, transformation, and protection. Much used in funerary arts. So, immortality, resurrection, transformation, and protection. Transformation and protection. And then Tipsy gasps, because in the last pocket, in this hidden pocket, ooh, siren, right at the best, juiciest part. Siren. editing out sirens for the podcast is pretty fun. Oh, did I not put the mouse back to the other laptop? Let me do that real quick. Okay. So. Rock says, transformation and protection. Then Tipsy gasps, because in the last pocket, in this hidden pocket that was sealed up on this, like, on the front of her armor, then Tipsy goes, oh. And then he pulls out something in his closed fist, and then he opens it, and then it is the same hourglass gold coin with a purple opal in it. That is the doppelganger identifiers symbol. And then he looks up at Toot Toot, who is finished reading the papers, and his mouth is agape. And he goes, gentlemen, this is Princess Bonnie's bodyguard. And that is where we're going to stop tonight's episode. Wow! This completely both went off the rails into, like, I had no control over it. But then it took a sharp right turn into exactly what needed to happen. Because me rolling the dead scarab beetle, and then me coming up with, oh, it's probably protection, right? And then I looked it up to have transformation and protection literally, like, proven. Wow. This is a good game, y'all. This was, wow. This is a really fine episode. Amazing. So, thank you so much for joining me. Hot dog. That was incredible. After really good episodes, then I like to take a walk just outside, and I have a little pond near me that I walk. I might need to do that for this episode, because that is a lot to chew on. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, Poppy, for watching this. Thank you, Poppy, for watching. Look. I got our shirt on, which is wonderful. So, wow. So, thank you very much for watching. I'm Victor Rivera, and this was D&Me, a one-man show where I play Dungeons & Dragons by myself. I stream on Wednesday nights on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I upload the video the following morning, Thursdays, on my YouTube page. Today's show will be up Thursday, February 17th, and next week's episode will be live Wednesday, February 23rd. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're in podcast form and a bunch of other stuff. Where? On my link tree. That's linktr.ee/DnMeAdventures, and like gnome. And get out of here. I rolled to see which of my characters gives tonight's outro. Last week was Rock. The week before that was Tipsy. So it's either my two angry boys at the end, either Rock or nope. Either Onyx or Toot Toot. So, both have O's, so odds won't really work. Let's do height. So if it's 1 to 10, then it's Onyx, and then if it's 11 through 20, then it is Toot Toot. That is a natural 20, so super Toot Toot. This is why you don't judge a book by its cover. I got some splaining to do.